Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to pull one of my I am cards. These I am cards are full of positive affirmations, nice things that we can say about ourselves. And as we do say these nice things about ourselves, we become more attuned to the truth of who we are. So this is just a really valuable thing that we do in the morning. So I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and you are going to respond, I am that affirmation, and then we are going to work from there. So let's pull one off the top of the deck and say that today, I am, I am aligned. I am aligned. I move with purpose in my chosen direction. So I am aligned. I move with purpose in my chosen direction. Are you aligned? You are aligned. You move with purpose in your chosen direction. Did you say it out loud? Did you say the words, I am aligned? Did you say them so that you could hear them? If you are just sitting here listening to me say them, then this broadcast is all about me. And a broadcast that's all about me is boring. This broadcast is so much better when it's about you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write these down. I'm going to write these words down in the chat. And as I do, I have to think about them. I have to consider what alignment means to me and how it's going to show up in my life today and how I'm going to recognize it when it arrives. But I do move with purpose in my chosen direction. And every single night, I actually will write down on my to-do list. Now, my to-do list is a really powerful thing because it helps me to overcome distraction in my life. It really helps me to focus. And every single item on my to-do list is an intentional item. It's intentionally there. It's moving me with purpose in my chosen direction. But here's the secret about to-do lists is that it's very important to write them out before we have to do them. Because if we do a to-do list in the morning, or we to do a to-do list right before we have to do something, it becomes a forget about this list. It becomes a to-don't list. It's really easy to write things down on a list and say, oh, I'm organized, and now I'm going to go do something, anything that isn't on that list. I have done it myself many, many times because I have written to-do lists that were just incredibly ambitious, or they contained all the stuff I didn't want to do. That's what a to-do list is. It's a list of all the things that we don't want to do, all in a list. And I've found that when I write that same exact to-do list and I do it the night beforehand, and I do it knowing that I'm going to have 8 hours of sleep in between me writing it down and me getting started on it, it's got this magical power to just help me line up my day. And so I am aligned. I'm aligned because of something that I did last night. I have a plan for today because of something that I wrote down last night. And isn't that how it is with alignment? I chose the image of the archer bending a bow. And the reason I chose that image was because we can point the arrow in its chosen direction, and we can draw back on the bow, and we can create some potential energy there. But ultimately, we have to let it fly. And the moment that we let it fly, we're not in control of it anymore. There's all kinds of other forces. And it's either going to hit the mark or it's going to miss the mark. But either way, the arrow is closer to the target than it would have been had we not loosed it in the first place. And so part of aligning is knowing what we want. And the other part of aligning is having the courage to loose the arrow, to let go of our actions in service to our goals, to our dreams, to the things that we were born to achieve. So we are aligned today. We move with purpose in our chosen direction. I see there's a whole bunch of people here this morning. So good morning, Frank. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Good morning, Sylvia. You guys are here creating a nice, wonderful, positive space on the internet, and I just want to say thank you for doing that. Thank you for coming here and commenting on this. Thank you for sharing the stream. Thank you for just being here and encouraging me to continue to make these positive messages. So I just really appreciate that you guys are here. You guys are the reason that I continue to come do this every morning, and it's just so fun to see that we can co-create something amazing. So thanks for helping me to co-create something amazing. You guys are amazing. Anyways, let's go over the story of the week so far. And so on Sunday we pulled a card. On Sunday we usually pull the card for the week, just an overall weekly theme, which this Sunday was I am distinct. We talked about how our character is unique and original, and how we bring things to this world that nobody else can bring, that there's only one of us, and that the only one of us that there is has dreams that are only inside of our head, and that the only way to, or for us to really make those dreams happen is by being our distinct self. So we committed to being ourselves. We committed to being our unique and original selves. Now, yesterday, the card was I am happy. And so we decided that we were going to focus on what was good and elevate our state. And we talked about how we have the incredible power to focus on the good things in life, even though life does not always turn out the way that we think it should. And we have the power to see the good stuff in anything that happens. And today, we say that we are aligned. We affirm that we are aligned, that we move with purpose in our chosen direction. And that is exactly what we are doing. We have set our sights on our targets, and we are drawing back the bow, and we are going to let fly the arrow. And I don't know if you've ever shot a bow and arrow before, but shooting a bow and arrow is really all in the eyes. It's about looking at the target. Your eye knows where to place your hand. People who shoot a bow and arrow obsessing about where their hand is going, or obsessing about where the tip of the arrow is located relative to the target, or who obsess about the wind direction or the speed or something like that, they ignore all of the intuitive understandings that the human body has. Those people who study how archers work, they have come to this conclusion that there's just so much intuition that goes into shooting a bow and arrow. And that's another reason why I chose this as a metaphor for this card. So we will be back at 9 p.m. tonight to talk about what's going on with this card, to talk about how this card showed up in our world. And I'm really excited to do that. So I will see you guys at 9 p.m. tonight. And we are going to go over this card again, and we're going to basically just see how it manifested. So I will talk to you guys then. Thank you again for coming here. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Aloha from paradise.